Number one, you gotta show your shoulders. Number two, stack it to another habit. If you have a book to read, just stick it or stack it to another habit that you're already doing and make it as obvious as you can. For example, if every day you open your laptop, put the book literally in front of you so that right before you open your laptop, you get signaled to read the book. Or if you have an ebook, put the file literally in the middle of your desktop. It's gonna be ugly, but like, who cares? Another technique that you would want to do, especially if you're beginning to just read, is to have a 2 minute rule. This means that every day you have to do your daily reading for just 2 minutes. You have to consume that 2 minutes. If you feel like you get bored after 2 minutes, then that's alright, just stop. But if you want to read more, then continue reading. It's alright for you to just read 2 minutes as a starting route, just so it wouldn't feel as much of a hard task for you, especially if you're making it a habit. I mean, like, hey, 2 minutes is just a short duration, right? How hard can it be? Make it easy, make it easy, like James Clear said. What I do is that when I'm about to start my work, the book is literally in the middle of my desk, so I get to be signaled by my external environment. And then I put it away and then do my work, and then after work, I put the book back there so that when I wake up and go back to my work, I read it again. It's just so easy for me to see it and then just do it. It'll be new for your routine, but like it is new to your routine, especially if you're beginning. So what better way to just do it inch by inch so that you won't be as burned out as you would be if you read it intensively, right? I recommend the book Atomic Habits by James Clear if you want to further have more habits in your life. Make it easy, make it obvious, make it satisfying, and make it attractive. Like me. The book is getting more mainstream these days, but it's legit very helpful. It's one of the first productivity books that I've started reading. Number three, make small goals. As a person who's also very experienced completion bias, whenever I start something and then I don't get to finish it, I get very frustrated because I really want to see the ending. And if you're like that too, or you just want to finish books in your life, here's the trick. Read for certain pages of number every day. It's either that or you follow the 2 minute rule that I mentioned earlier. But me, I personally choose the certain numbers pages every day. For my goal, I have 20 pages a day. To satisfy me, I would want to see the 20th, the 40th, the 60th, the 80th page, and so on. If I have the book in my computer, I would just feel more satisfied whenever I see the page tracker, and then I would see that it'll slowly get into the total number of pages the book has, and it just satisfies me. If I have the physical books, I just look at the top of it and then see my progress in that. And the more thicker it's in my left hand, I don't know, it satisfies me and I enjoy it. Additionally, it only takes me about 40 minutes on average to read 20 pages. And when you realize the duration you take up for a certain number of pages, it'll seem like more easier for you to just do it again. I mean, it's 40 minutes in your 24 hours. How hard can it be? You either read in those 40 minutes or you use your phone as a leisure. Or another bad habit that you have. I have this problem with also choosing between my phone and reading, and then whenever I've spent 40 minutes on my phone, I would just get really frustrated. So if I happen to be on that dilemma again, I would just think about the feeling of like, dang, I could have just read in those 40 minutes and I'll be a habit away to finishing my day, But even right now, I still have those frustrations. I think it's pretty normal because sometimes I'm just a bit more lazy than usual, or sometimes I'm more busy than I am. Busy? I don't do anything. Number four, just read the book as soon as you hear about it. I have another bad habit that I'm trying to break, and it's just listing a lot of books that I want to read, but really I just get overwhelmed by the fact that I have a lot of books to read, so I just end up moving away from it. So what I do to break that is that as soon as I hear about a book, I look it up online, a few reviews, and if I see that the premise is not really in my cup of tea is not really what I like, I would just erase that book title in my list. So I just end up with the books that I actually really like instead of everything that I hear. Number 5. Mix up your genre until you find what you like. The first book that I've ever read was Bridge to Terabithia. It's fiction, it's a bit adventurous, and it's coming of age kind of book. And I kind of liked it. It's one of my favorite books. So then I moved to another genre, but it's still fiction, but it's romance this time. I didn't feel entertained as much as I read the adventurous one or like the coming of age kind of thing. So I moved on until later on I found out what I actually like, which are philosophical books, productivity books, or just very classic fiction. I've been trying to make reading a habit for 4 years now, but I've only known what I actually like a few months ago. Number 6. Calm the boot down. Like I said, I've been trying to make reading a habit for 4 years now, and I've only recently found out what I actually like, and I guess that led me to reading more books. So that means you might not like what you read at first, especially if you just grab something out of your house for the sake of reading something. It takes time for you to know what you actually like in terms of reading and what captivates you. You can try watching TED videos or articles or other debriefing of book videos that explains the whole premise of it to see if that kind of book is for you. In addition, overall, I've only finished 20 books in my life in those 4 years of trying to make reading as a habit. And in that span of 4 years, I've always wanted to read 10 books a year. But of course, I didn't get to fulfill that because, I don't know, I was kind of lazy at first. And if I did fulfill that, I would have read like 40 books in total. But that didn't happen because I'm lazy. I'm trying not to be, I'm working there, I'm working my way up there. That means if you want to read a book, you don't have to finish a book every week or every month. You can just have the goal of finishing a book. That's it for now. And also, you don't have to read so intensely to the point that you get burnt out, as I said earlier, because that wouldn't make reading as enjoyable for you. But also, I guess it kind of just boils down to what genre you're reading and what you want. So maybe at the start it's kind of slow for you since you don't know what genre you like yet. And then as you move forward to reading what you actually like, I guess that'll boost you up more in reading. At least that's what I'm experiencing right now. Just focus on the goal of making reading a habit that's so easy for you to do at first. So you can add that to your routine, but also not be super burnt out. Reading books is fun, it's very informative, it's a good hobby for your critical thinking and your imagination. So what better way to do that in a way that you don't see it as something so boring? It's better if you just stick to the habit first. If you also like reading, let me know in the comments if you have any other reading advices or what books you read, and I'll answer. That's it. Bye!